ulti.TV.
Right, welcome to round 6 of Zone Ultimate Super League 2013. We've got Gilgamesh versus Swill, and I'm Morgan Llewellyn, and I'm joined here by Drew Hendrickson.
Hello. We watching the warm-ups, and it looked like Swill was coming out fired up, ready to try to get on the win column for the first time this season. But there seems to be some dissension in the ranks as to whether or not this is their week or not.
Yeah, well, Captain Bruce took them off around the corner, and they looked like they were drilling hard, and I think they're willing to change some things. Obviously, it hasn't been working so far for them, so that's positive signs, willing to change and willing to try something new. Let's see how that goes for them.
We'll see. I think that the wind is persisting here into the second game of the night. It really kind of favors them. They have, if nothing else, very strong handlers who can move the disc in the strong wind. I think it'll be interesting to see if they're challenged with a zone or if they have to stay in man offense all night. It'll be a interesting question. I think I would play man against them.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I think Bruce has picked their team with strong handlers in mind, and I think windy, and this season hasn't really been windy, and unlike in previous seasons where we've had a bit of a gale force through summer. But tonight's probably more suiting to their conditions, and I think, as you were saying just then, other teams have learnt that maybe zone's not good against Swill because they do have the strong handlers. So interesting to see what Gilgamesh pull out here defensively.
Do you think that Gilgamesh is going to have to resort to a zone at some point because of their low numbers today? They only have one sub.
That's a possibility, but we'll see coming out here. I think they're going into a man straight off, so we'll see what happens.
Coming out with a host stack. And there's an early drop.
Bad luck, Kev, but lights are on, it's early dusk. It can be tough to pick up that disc, especially when you first come out.
And really, that's not the way Swill wanted to start, with some negative energy. Let's see if they can get it back on D here. Good.
Got a pick already. Back in. Scotty goes to Johnny.
To the force side. Johnny looking to slide it in there, and he does. 1-0 Gilgamesh.
Beautiful.
That's about it.
Right, we're back here. Gilgamesh getting a nice easy score. Johnny to Tim. And Fatty's pulled out the weapon for a pull, and it's sailing, and it's in.
Rolled
Beautiful.
out.
Bruce brings it to the front of the line. That's a great pull. They've set the defense up, and it's a man again. Swill's in a split stack.
That upwinder to start off has really got to give Gilgamesh confidence going into tonight's game.
It's a really nice start, isn't it, having that upwinder? I think your team, Drew, started that way as well tonight. Junkyard got an upwinder first point.
Especially if you start out on defense, it really puts you in the mindset that you can just run through your opponents for the rest of the day. So let's see if Swill can answer with their own upwinder and really, make a statement that they're going to make this a game. They've sort of been forcing it up the force side. Let's see if they're able to get it around. No, nice mark
ball,
there.
said my mic. So far, Swill have taken a lot of nice short passes, but there's a big one to Marty.
Will he track it down? Is he in?
Out, just out at the back. So the first time that Swill actually took a longer throw, and it hasn't come out, unfortunately.
And they've come out in a zone afterwards. Let's see. It's a nice up-the-line shot there for Gilgamesh, but they're trapped on the sideline. Don't really want to be.
Big coming from Johnny, who catch by Scary. His throw is looking quite abundant tonight. He's got the headband as well, just to accentuate the fluffiness.
There's been a lot of debate in the community here as to if he's using natural enhancers to make that hair more fluffy or if it's all natural.
Nice score from Fatty to Mike, and that's a good play by Gilgamesh. That's 2-0. Right, Drew, you raised an interesting question there. Does Scary have some sort of performance-enhancing concoction for his hair?
You know, this has been one of those debates that's been really racking sports culture, the performance-enhancing drugs. And I think, watching his play, I think that he's a clean player, that it's all natural. He's just his God-given talent. 2-0 here to Gilgamesh. They've gotten one upwinder and a downwinder. Now they're on D for the third time.
There's another turn. Bruce thinking that Val was going to move forward, and just didn't happen for them.
You would like to see those two experienced handlers be on the same page in the second half of the season by now.
They played a lot together at club level, so you expect them to be, have a good connection.
Here's Gilgamesh forcing it up the line. Nice dump and a swing. That's pretty offense right there.
Beautiful. Better take this opportunity to say apologies for the lack of a field mic tonight. We've had technical difficulties, but plan to have it back up again next week.
Back to the force side.
Oh,
and there's a drop.
Bad luck. Takes a good shot at it, but wasn't quite there.
I think his hat might have distracted him a little bit. It's pretty bright.
Jimmy's got a good cut underneath.
Gilgamesh is doing a really good job of stopping the flow after every completion. And there's a trip.
Bad luck.
That's unlucky.
He's made a good cut deep, but fell over, and Mike runs down, grabs a D. Well done. Mike's got it in.
Working upwind here.
Got a vert stack, and looks like a forehand.
Looking dump. Oh. More to the break side. Now there's a nice grab.
Paddy pulls out the weapon. It's high. It's floating. Oh, Johnny had great position holding it, and unfortunately puts it down.
That just knifed down. Oh.
Bruce put up another big floaty one. Oh, bad luck. Marty looked like had good position there, but maybe just brought under by the defender. Tim's coming to the sideline, gets it.
See if either team can corral their enthusiasm here a little bit and working underneath. And Johnny takes a shot deep. Oh no, that's trouble.
Oh,
yep.
Great grab from Fatty and Mark. Great effort, especially the second one, but wasn't there to be. And it's a 3-0 Gilgamesh. There's Fatty with the weapon.
3-0 to Gilgamesh.
Bruce to Val.
The wind is actually picking up here as we move through the game. Let's see if Swill can use it to their advantage. Another deep throw. Hung up. There's a nice D by Mike.
Nice D, Mike. Yeah, it's quite a strong breeze, or gusty breeze at least, coming right to left. But it seems to be switching sometimes. Ooh, very risky throw to Foley.
In the last game, it was pretty strongly towards the camera as well, consistently throughout the game, but it seems to be more upwind, downwind by this point tonight.
Lovely throw to Foley down the line.
And Gilgamesh is just straight down the line. Fatty. That's going to work. 4-0 Gilgamesh.
Yeah, all right, Mike with the pull. And that's good in the field and nice and distance. Kev, Val. We got Swill in a vertical stack. Oh, Steve manages to corral it in, and
then another huck.
So Swill, another just needless turnover. They really got to just settle down, put away the hucks, and play short. But they got a good chance to get a D here into the wind.
Came down with an aggressive zone. And one sneaks throw.
Johnny threw his hands for a drop, and Kev's got the D.
See if they can patiently walk this one in here, if they're going to try to force another one over the top.
Cold. Okay, we're back in. Kev's looking for a Sean. Oh, Tim, great defense. And Kev just needlessly forced it in there. But again, they got a good chance.
Not very well-spaced offense. Just have a poacher standing on the lane there. Although they're running hard on defense still, which is a good sign. His wind's picked up a little bit. Let's see if they can just keep pushing him back.
Yeah, well, they're just holding him here in this dangerous position. So so far so good from Swill. And it looks like Gilgamesh only have one main popper, which might be disadvantageous for them.
Ooh. Strip called.
What's the code?
Strip.
Uncontested strip. We got Scary with a disc.
Very aggressive mark.
Nice
Foley
pop.
comes into pop.
Yeah, nice pop in by Foley, getting right into the cup.
That's a long dump there to not get the swing off. Oh, but they work it back up the line.
That's just good.
His
Johnny
cup is
Foley.
getting looser, and there it goes through.
That's a quick throw by Mike. Ooh. They just keep needing to swing it here. Get it to Johnny.
His cup needs to stop the disc, and there it goes through again.
Yeah, Gilgamesh, they don't probably have the strongest hands. Oh, Foley with the left-hander. There's a score to Mike from Scott. They don't have the strongest handers, but they can work it down the field pretty easily. Back from holidays. We got Mike back from holidays, and he's refreshed and rejuvenated and tanned. He's dominating.
We made some interesting decisions, though. He took his beard off the day he returned from vacation.
Holiday to beard must have got a bit scraggly.
Yeah, but he's working through getting the beard area covered up with tan. He didn't catch sun on it until he got back, so it's a critical time for Mike's tan. But I think it's really upped his game.
Maybe aerodynamically he's a lot more sleek.
Could be.
Oh, Fatty's playing physical defense here.
Val doesn't have a dump. Oh,
Chino
no.
just didn't duck. Bad luck there, Swill. So Gilgamesh up 5-0, and they're just looking very potent on offense. Foley's cutting hard. Gets a disc now. They're
See
stuck
some
down
nice
the line.
offense here. Underneath to the far side.
Johnny, he's got it.
Oh, and he runs it down.
Nice
Nice
throw.
throw.
Well done, Fatty,
Good vision.
and, they really worked it down that sideline, didn't they? Right, Gilgamesh cruising along at 6-0. Got Mike putting up the pool.
They've been doing it with man defense and really forcing Swill to throw hucks over the top. And Swill has yet to complete one so far in this game where...
Yeah, the man's really troubled them all league. And the other thing that's troubled them is just having their cutters actually get free for the disc.
Gilgamesh is really doing a good job of every single throw being contested. Every single throw. So
that was a really good D by Foley, and Bruce has called a foul, which is probably fair enough. But yeah, like you're saying, just really contested every disc.
and the marks get on fast, so there's no continuation, leaving them kind of forcing hucks a lot of the time. This is actually the chilliest Swill has looked so far this game. Let's see if they can be rewarded with a goal. And there's the huck.
There's the turnover. So we're in here. Looks like Swill.
Mandy.
Oh,
Oh,
Foley,
nice grab.
Great grab. And puts it up. Big disc into the
turn up.
breeze. Fatty's doing really well. Deep handling. Deep receiver. And he finds
there it is.
7-0 to Gilgamesh. Right, Gilgamesh thoroughly dominating Swill here, 7-0, and we're just questioning whether, well, we're going to make sure that Swill adhere to the pants down rule if it continues the way it is.
It's a pretty chilly night, too. This is not a night you want to be running around without your shorts on. I would be really working hard to get a couple here before half if I were Swill. Walk a one upwind and see if you can put a little run together. And here's a little bit of a shift in strategy. Sean's come back to handle. He's been cutting for the most of the first half and kind of struggling to get the disc. I think that the Gilgamesh was looking to help out in that matchup. As it was one that clearly favored Swill. He's just such a strong cutter.
I think that's worked out quite well because he's affected a couple of throws here, and Swill looked great on the end zone. Oh, Mike almost
Big
had a
dump.
DM.
Another touch.
Bruce is saying that it's always planned to be off the field. He's been pulling the team down. Got Rog here. No one's cutting. No one's open. Hustle.
There is.
Drop.
Oh, the drop.
Sean made an excellent cut.
Yeah.
On a tight budget of time, but it's just all a bit too quick.
Got to give a little credit to Tim for flashing into the lane there and affecting that throw. Now will be rewarded with the bookends.
That is a great throw from Mike. Come back from holiday and he is on fire. And well done, Tim. Great running. It's 8-0 and that's half. Right, we're back from half. Swill down 8-0. And they had a big talk then, geeing everyone up, reining in the throws, and hopefully they can get on the scoreboard at least, the very least.
Yeah. They're coming out with the zone here. Wind's still strong. Seeing if they can create a mistake, but no, they're scary to pick one up. Looks like it might have gone flying past Chris. Cup is very loose, sort of letting those poppers get inside of it and then around.
Great throw from Chris down the field. And he's got Fatty wide open. Oh, good pick up from Johnny on his shoelaces. Foley finds Tim for the score. 9-0.
That is easy.
Right, Gilgamesh flogging Swill. 9-0.
Swill's really got to keep their heads up and try to stack a couple points here and not get desperate and continue throwing those hucks that really just haven't been clicking for them. So far, they've been coming underneath this point. Oh, and there's a drop.
Bit of a wobbly throw from Mark, and Val unfortunately has put it down.
They've really been unsuccessful at getting the disc back from Gilgamesh so far this game. It's just been a turn and then immediately attack up the force side.
There's Mike, player of the game so far. Finds Johnny, good gain.
Johnny being marked by Marty, who's really come alive this Super League. I think it was his experience playing with North Adelaide in co-ed. He was really turning it on then and playing really well, for Swill. Today, he hasn't really had the opportunity to catch many in the end zone, but he's been a pretty consistent force for them all season. And there's the force side goal.
Yeah, Fatty to Johnny, and Gilgamesh worked it down the field, patient as anything, and it's too easy for them. It's 10-0.
10-0 to Gilgamesh. We just got word from the Swill trainer that Bruce has pulled a hamstring, and he's concerned that the season's over and that he might be done for forever. He's got his cleats off, walking the sideline. He's keeping his spirits up. I like that.
He's always got a smile on his face, Bruce. That was a beautiful pull from the weapon just then. Fatty's whipped it out. Val's gone deep. He's got Rog.
Yes. Oh, a great run and grab.
Rog.
Will they be able to cash it in?
He's put it in front. Tim's there though. Oh no!
Stay with it.
He's got it.
A nice D by Tim.
Well done, Tim.
He's got a very nice, comfy sweatshirt that he's lent to our announcers, too. It's double points in my book.
Tim, great defense. Swill, bad luck. They had all the field there to make the option, but just wasn't to be.
You got to give credit to Tim for really working hard to recover after the deep throw went over his head. Fought back and got a D on the next one.
Close. There's a foul called. Uncontested foul. Thank you, Mike. Commentator's dream.
Just one reason he's been an all-star so far tonight.
Sean's got this.
Ooh, nice work there by Johnny to poach in that break side lane for a second. Save that break. And there it is. They're on the scoreboard. 1-10. Is it the beginning of a comeback?
All right, here goes Kev with the pull. Swill on defense for the first time tonight, I think.
No. They started out on D for the second half.
That's a beautiful pull and just slides out the back, so Chris can bring it up. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. We just
Coming in with his own here.
We just also amended the score after a review, and it's 10-1 to Gilgamesh.
The announcers had it right all along, it turns out. Crazy TV. It's another one right through the cup.
Oh, lovely. Leads him into the throw. Nice, quick throws.
2 hands on every catch. They're really attacking it, even though the wind just kind of died down.
Swing that one though, Chris.
Oh, and there's a nice space.
Just slowing down a little bit now. Throws a big hammer into the wind. That's a really risky throw. And great
Marty
D from
comes
Marty.
down. Here it is. Swill is making a little bit of a run.
Well, it could be a great comeback here. Kev, big fake. Lovely find for Jimmy right in the middle of the field. Great spot to be.
There it is. Moving from side to side.
It looks good with Sean coming back as a handler.
And there it is. 2-10. Don't call it a comeback. Been here for years. So it's 2-10, and we got an in-depth interview between points. Tim thinks that that hammer he threw on the last point would have been completed if it were downwind. There's been some speculation that just might not be true from some intrepid reporters. What do you think?
He probably had a good chance. It had a good trajectory and it looked like it was nice and clean out of the hand. But upwind, it was never going to happen.
Nice play by Marty to attack it, though, and knock it down, because Fatty was there. He was going to make.
Now, Swill got their heads up here. They're running hard. They feel like they've got a sniff in the game, and Scotty's
Tracks it down.
I think Mike might have got a finger on that one then, but they find Mike wide open, and here comes Fatty underneath. Gilgamesh streamed down the field.
That's a really interesting position to put the deep in there. There's nobody streaking deep, and there's nobody who's sort of deep. But the deepest receiver makes a hard undercut. You know, some teams would say you should attack that, and others say that's something you just have to give up. It looks like Swill was willing to let that in cut to Fatty.
Well, I guess you can be a bit of I guess the conservative option is to give him the under.
Right, and it all depends on sort of how the wings are playing, too. If the wings can recover and take the deep spot, it might be worth attacking. But
Scotty tries to punch it in, but it's a great D by
foul.
Foul. International Man of Mystery. So here comes Swill. They're going to continue on with their roll. This will be 3 in a row if they can put this one in. They're using the dumps a bit better now, but doesn't pass the open swing cut. Sean gets it back to Kev. Roger's free, but just in front of him. Might be that quads injury. You might have just slowed him down that one little extra step.
Mike seems a little frustrated with his cutters there. But
The wind's really picked up towards the camera. Swill have put a zone on. That's great running by Sean Lace, but didn't get the D.
And now it's in the middle.
Throws it low. Foley puts it down.
Would have been a tough catch sliding into the sand. But
feels like Swill really had the ascendancy and the attitude and the energy out here, and Gilgamesh just look a bit tired.
well, they were playing the whole game with only one sub. I can see them being tempted to take their foot off the gas, and there's a laser beam.
Wow, that was quick.
It's a good throw to break a finger on if you lay out there.
But unfortunately, it's another turnover and it's another ill-advised throw. Here comes Gilgamesh. I think they'll just settle it down a little bit and just easy throws from now on in.
Transition here.
Scotty gets it back in the middle of the field. Nice pop up to Chris, and if they keep going, they can work it down the field.
UE connection there as they walk back and forth down the field.
Yeah, Chris and Scott have played together for a very long time. But he needs to swing it or dump it now. Must be a high stall count.
Forces one up. Let's
Forces
see.
a hard throw. Oh, Foley, bad luck, buddy. And good D by Sean.
And Swill's trying to take it to him here quickly on the attack. They've got some easy yards, it looks like.
Val puts it up, and it's going to be
Excitement.
caught by
And Jimmy runs it down. 3-10. Will it be a 10-point run back the other way now? Let's see.
Right, here comes Swill. They're on a roll. 3 in a row. Great pull from Kev. Lovely outside in. Hang time. I'm joined. Drew, unfortunately, has had to leave the commentary box, but I'm joined by the magnificent Dennis Shine. Welcome, Dennis.
Welcome, Morgan. Good to be here.
D by Swill.
Yep.
Wow, international
Val
men of
with the
mystery. And Jimmy has found Chino for a great grab, and it's 4 in a row.
Comeback's on.
Right, Swill continuing the run. 4 in a row. Can they keep going? Oh, Chris has missed it. It's rolling.
Nerves again to him.
Pressure's building. Swill really got their heads lifted up, and they're running hard. So, Dennis, how did you find Junkyard's game versus Rhubarb earlier tonight?
I think the first half was probably the best we've played all year. I think we had one turn in the first half. So, So we got to, bring it against Gilgamesh here because they are looking really good at the moment. Although
Well, they were.
they were.
Mike forces it, but Tim's there to grab it out of the air. I talked in a timeout about just swinging it, and that's worked a bit better for them. Foley, Tim, well played. It's 11-4. Right. We've got Sean Davis reprising the role of Wayne's World. I'm not sure he was even born when Wayne's World was released, but so that's interesting. Got a bit of a hold up here for the start of the point, but here comes Fatty with the weapon. It's a tough throw into the wind, and may not have worked all that well for them.
So Swilly just need to get back to that way that got them the 4 points. Get Gilgamesh a little bit angry at each other.
Well, they're working the unders well here. Lovely swinging of the disc.
Mike with the slap.
Kev with a big hammer fake. And Mike and Kev probably have had a few battles over the time. Foul, nice disc to Rog. And just stuck here a little bit. Val gets the disc in the corner. Is he going to dump it? No.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh!
It's a goal.
It's a great grab by Jimmy, and it's almost killed Foley, but it's worked out.
That's in.
11-5. Sean Davis has never seen Wayne's World, apparently. Alright, Swill continuing their good play. It's 11-5.
Yeah, I think they've pretty much got it in the bag now, Morgan. If Swill lose from here, well, they'll have blown it.
It's this, I think it's this looser zone, but it's a bit hard to see, or Gilgamesh keep moving around so easily.
I don't think they intended to be loose.
So we have been playing this kind of junky zone, and I haven't seen it tonight, which is a good thing, because I don't think it stopped anybody.
Oh, that was close though.
Good effort.
And easy.
By Val for the D, but well done by Scary. Good option to Tim for the score, and it's 12-5. Alright, Fatty with the backhand. It's probably a better option there. So Dennis, I've got a question for you. Are you more nervous for a big game or for your impending wedding?
Probably a game, actually, yeah. The wedding stuff's fairly easy. I mean, you just got to spend a lot of money, and then you get married. It seems like lots of people do that. So
Great D by Mike. Oh, a bit of physical.
And, you know, I feel like I have to perform for a game, whereas with the wedding, I just kind of have to stand there and repeat this guy.
Oh, Jimmy, he's pulled it in.
He's got it.
Great disc, and Swill are on fire. So Swill have gone this pretty amazing run of almost 6 consecutive scores, and we think we've worked out the commonality there, haven't we, Dennis?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, ever since Bruce did his hemi, it's been game on for Swill.
Oh,
So-
Foley, left hand, high release, backhand, love it.
Paddy loading the weapon, and he pulls a trigger. Johnny has an easy catch here.
Well done. Had to measure that, but that was good. It's 13-6. Okay, so who got Mike with the pull? And looks like Gilgamesh probably will see out this game. So we better start talking about the big round next week. It'll be round 7, and the way that the goal difference is working for the teams, it's basically winner of Junkyard and Gilgamesh will go on to win Super League. Well, assuming that the rest of the games go to form.
Yeah, with Rhubarb being the bogey team, so if they beat either of those teams, then that formula falls apart. But
It does.
it's really looking forward to that game next week, and basically the winner of that game has the destiny in their own hands.
So we've got Gilgamesh in a horizontal stack. Foley's working hard, but Steve's really good poaching there, filling up the lane. No cuts for Gilgamesh, they have to dump.
Oh, that's bad from Mike.
Yes, Will.
Alright, Sean, bring the disc in. Swill got a nice vertical stack. Roger gets open.
They need to swing it. They need to move it, and they do.
I need another pass after that.
Ooh.
They need to keep working the passes. Steve punches it in for Chino,
great
and that's a
tag.
great grab. It's 13-7, Gilgamesh. Right, the air conditioning in the commentary box is appear to be a bit faulty, so Dennis and I are trying to move around a little bit, just to keep warm.
Yeah, we're keeping in the squat position for this entire point. We think we've picked a good point, and of course there's a bloody stoppage. But Gilgamesh downwind, they should punch this in pretty quickly.
They better.
It's already hurting. Oh God.
Work it out. Come on.
It's back in. Scott, he's been playing well.
Fatty,
Oh, another great throw from Scott.
right down the middle. Fatty's got Johnny
Fatty,
Long.
weapon.
The weapon.
Oh,
Johnny,
great take.
grab.
Thank you, Johnny.
14-7, I think. Right, pulling duties passed over to Fatty. Score is 14-7 in Gilgamesh's favour. And We might have a couple more points here because Swill have been playing really well in this second half. Dennis, what do you think the difference is in Swill's play?
When from what?
From this half, Dennis, since they've actually started scoring and probably looking a bit more cohesive.
The first half, they just didn't even, like, Gilgamesh didn't even have to be good. They were good, but like Swill threw heaps of throws to nothing, to nowhere, and so they're just actually connecting some of their offense now, like this.
Punches it in again. Steve's done a great job with getting it through there, and it's 14-8.
Classic Steve.
Right, we got Big Kev for the pool. Swill, Steve. Dennis and I was commenting on that classic Steve. Through 6 people, punches it through, nothing gets in his way.
Yeah, he just fakes you out with his eyes.
He has got very good fakes, and I think being left-handed still kind of confuses people from time to time. The Gilgamesh moving the disc down. This is to win the game. That's good. Swinging it across quickly and down the field. Great cutting by Foley.
Probably it here.
Physical
Sean,
defense by Sean, and there's a foul called. Here goes Foley. It's great defense from Sean.
Oh,
and,
it's turned, and Foley's going to call a foul.
Yep, so it was a uncontested foul there. Foley gets a clean dump off. Swings the disc, Mike. That's a good pass. Oh,
Great D from
defense
Kev.
That's beautiful.
So Morgan, any chance of your return next week for the big game?
My health is a bit questionable at the moment, but I want to be back. So
Given
what
their
the
numbers,
mind wants, the body will follow.
given their numbers and your great performance last week, I think they might need you.
No.
Although then again, they may not.
Kev puts it up into the wind. That's a beautiful throw to Marty. Swill, keep going. It's 14-9. Ultimate's a big mind game. What do you think about that, Dennis?
Yeah, well, I think Swill have just got in Gilgamesh's head here, that Gilgamesh are not playing with the same sort of calmness they were earlier in the game. They're probably still going to come along and win this, but Swill really making it respectable here.
So we've got an upwinder for Gilgamesh, and nice looking pommy zone from Swill. Foley using his body to get around that.
He's fired up to win this point and finish it. There he is again.
Finds that middle pass. Foley works hard. He always works hard. Ooh. Good dump. Good swing. Got to keep moving it though, otherwise he's going to get stuck on this windy side.
They're all having a long look at Tim Davis there.
Foley puts it into
Fatty
Fatty,
gets
and
it.
that's game over. 15-9. Good game in the end. After a terrible start from Swill, they were down 10-0 and came back with 9 scores in the end.
Yeah, they won their half 9-5, I think, so really made it respectable. They were in danger of getting pantsed at one point and brought it back. They showed if they take good options, they can connect and get good scores.
Yeah, I think that's a really good lesson for them going forward for the final 3 weeks coming up. They're not a team that deserves to be winless in the league. So if they can keep playing the way they did in the second half of the game, patient, kind of forgetting about some of those long ones, I think they're going to do pretty well.
Yeah, they seem to just feel like in the first few points that once you get 2 or 3 throws off, it's got to be a huck, and they're not waiting for options, and the communication really wasn't there.
Yep. All right, well, that's a game. 15-9 to Gilgamesh, and thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.